guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So, with the news that one of the strongest units in the game, UI Goku and Frieza, is going to be getting an EZA, along with some other details that we got in this sort of like V-Jump leak here. I probably, when the actual V-Jump like leaks themselves come out, I probably will do another video just sort of talking about it and like showing the scam, but I don't remember a time where they actually updated the info so much, right? Like, for example, when I looked at this earlier today, this Demon King Piccolo, it was not specified and stated that it was a transforming character, right? It just said old and young. And then right here, there's more info was sort of filled in right here to clarify the EZAs. So basically, we can get the EZAs by doing the story events, Power of Trust, and the new challenge of Master Roshi. So what this is basically confirming to us is that all those characters from these story events are going to EZA. Like, it was fairly obvious because all of them outside of Roshi himself are fairly unimpressive. Again, the Master Roshi is good, but the other three, like, free-to-play units are, I mean, they're just ass. I guess I'll like, we're 6 years in the game. Like, you don't get a participation medal at this point anymore. Like, you're either ass or you're good. You're mid or you're good, and there's some mid for sure. So it's fairly obvious they're gonna get an EZA, and now it's gonna happen. You can get the medals necessary for the ultimate EZA awakening of the characters in Team Universe 7. Cool. And then also there's this right here, this co-op mission against Jiren, defeat Jiren. So real quick, if we take a look at the 6th-year anniversary celebration, far and away the best celebration in Dokkan history. I mean, there's just literally no conceivable way I think that you can even argue against that. Like, it's impossible. Let's start with the tickets, the rainbow tickets, and how, like, every ticket is basically a single summon on either the LR UI Goku banner, the top legendary summon banner, or the LR Evolution Blue Vegeta banner, which is huge. JP's never gotten that. We still have the 66 tickets incoming, and then of course the normal 6-year anniversary tickets you could use to summon on the normal ticket banner. So just absolutely beautiful by Dokkan. Absolutely 100% breathtakingly beautiful. Okay, this is what I wanted to point out. So that Jiren campaign, right? By the way, this video I didn't really explain. It's just us talking about what part 3 is probably going to look like. I do not anticipate that we are going to be walking out of here with another banner. I think that's it. The reason they were comfortable dropping the rainbow tickets when they were, too, is because we now have the 3 main LR banners that we're going to be dropping during the anniversary. They're there, right? So this, I actually really like this. I do. This is why I feel like everyone's complaints about not enough content are very founded. It's I think very like correct criticisms that people have of Dokkan, right? Because look at this. This literally is a system where it just gives you a point for doing stages, basically. But it's still fun. Like, now there's, like, a little competition of, like, getting these points. And then, the rewards are very modest. It's not exactly the craziest right here. Yeah, these right here, again, very modest, I would say. But it's still fun, right? Like, this is how easy it is for Dokkan to do content and why it's stupid. Now, Legends, should have more events and stuff like that. But at the very least, like, PvP is the main focus of the game anyway, right? Whereas with Dokkan, there is no PvP. That's why they do have to do lots of, creative things like this. So this part 1, this was just beating the specific stages, right? They still never did update this on the wiki. No, they did not. They probably will eventually. I mean, well, as soon as I mention this in a video, they probably will. But in this section right here, the UI Goku event and then the Evolution Blue Vegeta Dokkan events can be added to here. Yeah, if anyone is on the wikis watching that should be added because I feel like a lot of global players would sort of like be looking at this over the next couple months, preparing for the anniversary. And the UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta events are in here. So, like, here's a good example, right? Since a lot of people are probably going to be competitive about this mission right here during the first part of the 6-year anniversary, if you have to grind any medals at all from the UI Goku Dokkan event or the Evolution Blue Vegeta Dokkan event, you might as well save it for during the first part of the anniversary, because then you're going to be getting points for it anyway, right? For beating all these stages. Yeah, because I don't see it those two Dokkan events definitely do give points, but it's just not listed in here. Yeah, it's not. Okay. And then of course there's also a part 2 version. This one is currently ongoing right now. I actually like this one a little bit better because this one, you're not like restricted to a couple stages. This is any stage in the game you want to do right here. You just have to have 3 representatives of Universe 7 on the team. This has been great for me because obviously every anniversary character is a representative of Universe 7 so far. So what I've been doing is like link leveling them, right? And just the normal process of link leveling is getting me points. And then I was going into one of the story events. I was actually going into no. Where is it? It's this one. I was going into this story event. I was doing this stage over and over and over because a lot of medals in this game I've got like, maxed out and stuff like that. But these medals I don't have 9,999 of. So I was just grinding this stage. And then like, my Universe 7 characters that were like full link level 1s and stuff like that, I would just grind them up to like 5. And that was because that's the fastest way to get points is do like a story event stage or something like that. All right, so heading back over. So, this is the second part, and now we know that there's going to be a third part to this. There's going to be a third one for part 3 where we're actually fighting Jiren. I don't know exactly what that could be. I think this has never returned right here. This is from the 250 million download celebration right here. This raid against Jiren, September 13th of 2018. I think it's very, very highly likely that they could just bring this back and then potentially even just doing stages of this is what they would give you points or something like that. I think it's fairly possible that this would come back. This would be good for new players because up to stage 50 you get potential orbs, which is nice. And then you get another 50 dozing Kais. Like that's useful. This is really good. This would be really helpful if you're a new player or like maybe you're starting JP because of the 6th year anniversary or something like that. Having this return would be really good. And all of the other raids have returned. Damn. Okay, if I go back to our Z, oh yeah, here we go. Extreme Z battles. All the other raids have returned, right? The Omega raids returned a couple of times. The Cell one, I think, is permanent, actually. The Omega one might be as well, and I know the Broly one is permanent. Like, several of these are actually permanent now, right? So, like, I would not be surprised, again, this Jiren one has never returned if that one comes back, which will be cool, of course. Okay, so then again, we know about LR Goku and Frieza's EZA. I mean, it's hard to say exactly how they're going to EZA. Maybe from that Jiren raid, maybe what they're going to do is they're going to bring that Jiren raid back and they're just going to reset it. And then you'll get the medals to awaken LR Goku and Frieza from there, right? I would say, oh, damn it, I just X'd it out. But the reason I would say, too, that is definitely possible is because we have seen another character actually EZA from one of those raids. Like I mentioned in the Cell raid, the SCR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. This is where you get the EZA medals to EZA him. So that's why I think it's pretty possible that we could see that, and that would be how we would EZA LR Goku and Frieza. By the way, it's pretty difficult to say exactly what their EZA is going to look like. All we know is that shit is going to kick ass. It's going to rock. They're going to be one of the best units in the game. They're going to dominate heavily. They're going to be very, very ultra powerful. We definitely know that's going to be the case, right? Then, when we talk about the Master Roshi event, again, there's only one character you grind from this story event right here. And it is the LR Roshi himself. Now, judging how he's going to change is going to be difficult. His leader skill hopefully jumps all the way to at least 120. 120 would be good, but obviously we will want like a proper like 150% or 170% Turtle School leader at some point. I mean, they're going to release 600 Dokkan Fest, Gokus throughout the rest of the game's history, so we are definitely going to see a lot more Gokus that potentially could lead the Turtle School category, and obviously Turtle School would be a very good category as well, right? Outside of what else changes here, I think potentially, here's all I'm asking for actually is a little bit of extra defense. Like, if all they did was change this to a high chance, that is like a nice buff for him, right? But there's not a lot that needs to be done. Maybe, what if they lowered this from like take 7 hits to take 5 hits? Something like that, like some very like minuscule like changes they can make to him that would actually help out quite a bit. Because right now this active skill is like one of the hardest in the game to get, because he has to get hit 7 times, but then he also has a 30% chance to dodge. So he's going to be bobbing and weaving and not getting hit, and then he's not even going to build up these hits, and you're just never going to get the Kamehameha off. Is unfortunately what's going to happen with this, right? So that's, it's going to be unfortunate. If they can make his Kamehameha a bit easier, considering it is the damn card art, that certainly would be good, right? Now, the last 3 units in here, all the ones we grind up from the Universe 7 story event right here, these matter way more than Roshi and Goku and Frieza. Well, I guess I could word that differently, because Roshi and LR Goku and Frieza are going to be used way more anyway. So I guess those are more important. But like, these characters are like borderline these are unrunnable characters. Like, you're not going to run these characters as they are constituted right now. So, Krillin and 18 are going to be joint forces 77%. We've seen that a billion times. They stack attack. Hopefully, they could stack defense as well. They are an orb changer, which is nice. Launch an additional super with 6 or more int key spheres is cool. And then they get 20% attack and defense with each attack performed. Alright, so here's what they have to do, right? They need to stack attack and defense. And then if they would just have, like, maybe, like, 50% attack and defense at the start of turn or something like that, I think that could be good. Then, on top of the fact that they're going to be SA 15 and they're going to have increased stats like this, that should be sufficient. This unit is okay, because they are an orb changer. Orb changers are always, always valuable, right? Like, that's saying, like, what if all they did for LR Goku and Frieza, right? What if the only thing they did, they kept everything the same? Maybe they raised leader skill to, like, 180. But, like, most of the stuff is kept the same, but then they just also create rainbow orbs. That would make this, like, it seems so small to just, like, bump their leader skill up a little bit, make them a rainbow orb changer, and then, like, make them SA 25. That alone might push them into, like, top 5 units in the game territory or something like that. Like, rainbow orb changer, like, look how good Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku is. I'm telling y'all, for me, the main reason he's so good is because he has to be the strongest character in the game right now that creates rainbow orbs, right? Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku. Like, that is a utterly broken ability, creating rainbow orbs. So, if that's all they did to this unit, oh my god. Because that then creates a situation where you do, like, the Universe 7 LR in slot 1, and then this unit in slot 2, it's just instant death to the entire game. That would be so sick, right? Now, as far as Tien and Roshi, dude, I don't know. They gotta, like, greatly raise attack and defense for one turn and lower attack and defense, or maybe they could stack attack and defense as well. So they get 40% attack and defense start a turn, another 10% attack and defense with each attack received. Dude, I don't know. And then Reps of Universe 7, they are a support type unit. I mean, this is very likely going to go to 2 key and 30% attack and defense. So that does make them solid. I would like... Okay, here's how about this? Give them a high chance to dodge as well. Just so, like, buff this to, like, 2 key, 30% attack and defense. Give them a 50% chance to dodge. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're looking pretty good with this unit. I think that's a good way to approach it, actually. To approach this unit is doing that. Give them a dodge chance. I know that, they have attack received, but, like, I'm viewing this unit, I feel like the best way they potentially could help would be, like, a floater. Again, with 2 key and 30% attack and defense, they're good enough to run, but they're just so weak right now, right? Like, just make them stronger either offensively or defensively. Maybe greatly raising attack for one turn on super attack would be a good way to make them a bit stronger. Again, or maybe a dodge, or maybe they raise defense on super attack, or they stack or something like that. Certainly could help. I mean, the unit is ass right now, but, like, they definitely could be good after their EZA. And then finally, I mean, dude, this guy, I mean, what do they need? I don't know. Where do I begin? They need literally everything, right? Like, these guys need so much, or this physical UI Goku needs so much in order to be good. I mean, this is probably going to be key 3, 77% to Universal Survival Saga. Who knows what he could do here? He could stack attack and defense. UI Goku units typically disable guard. That's, like, a very common thing that they do. Like the STR UI Goku does that. The in UI Goku sign does that. So it makes sense if this dude would sort of, like, or like just make it so he's not like hampered by type disadvantage is what that ability basically is. Would not be surprised if this guy got that. This guy could be good. I mean, if this becomes like 3 key and 30% attack and defense, I mean, he's going to be useful for sure. Like, I might start running him in showcases here and there, even above some of the other UI signed Gokus, very possible. And then, maybe jump this up to like 120% attack and defense. Yeah, this is like 120% attack and defense, and then he's 3 key and like 30% attack and defense. I think he'll be pretty good. And then maybe like he stacks attack or defense. I mean, he's on a lot of category teams, right? Universal Survival Saga category allies to get buffed by him. I think it could be good. I think this guy could definitely be a great help to the Universal Survival Saga category. So let me know what you guys think. That should cover most of it, right? Because if we take a look at part 3 for the 5-year anniversary, which is far inferior to the 6-year anniversary, there was a movie. One thing that's actually disappointing about the 6th anniversary, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but there's no movie for part 2. Like, part 1 had a movie, but part 2 for the 6th year anniversary did not have a movie, but part 2 did have a movie for the 5-year anniversary. Part 2 had a movie. So that's I guess a little bit disappointing right there. So we did have that. We might have a part 3 movie. Missions. Maybe we'll get like some sort of like campaign right here, like, help Goku make the Spirit Bomb against Jiren or something like that. I don't know, something like that definitely could happen, right? Maybe again EZA area for like the Roshi or something like that could happen. New Infinite General History stage, very possible. Wow, geez, that's it. Well, we're getting way more than this because we're probably a raid. Like, all these units are gonna EZA. Like, it's actually stunning how much better the 6-year anniversary is. Like, it's actually like mind-boggling how much better it is. So big shout outs to Dokkan for the impressive improvement they've made from the 5-year to the 6-year so far. This has me very excited about the possibilities of this game. Like, now it's like, what if they do actually bring like the legendary Vegeta event for Saiyan Day or some shit like that, right? Like after them EZAing in UI Goku and Frieza and doing all this, like, if I say like, oh, legendary Broly event for Saiyan Day, like, is that really that far out of the realm of possibility now? Like, I'm definitely a lot more excited about Dokkan after this 6-year anniversary. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.